I have a really special guest who is near and dear to my heart that is joining us today, Alison Bucklin. And Alison helps busy professionals to improve their health, mindset, and purpose so that they can create a life by design. Thank you so much for joining us today, Alison.
This is so fun.
Yay. So what is a life by design?
Well, a life by design is choosing your life as opposed to just letting life happen to you based upon maybe the experiences you've had or how you were raised. And, instead of just letting life just happen and going through the motions of what we think we need to do, a life by design is choosing how you want your life to look like and, creating that vision for what you want, what you really want, and for really, finding a vehicle and following your dreams in order to be able to create that for yourself.
That's awesome. And that's really important because success, I feel like success means something different for each one of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so in life by design, you're saying to create what that means for them.
Correct. Create what that means for you. I mean, success to me means just being fulfilled, being, really setting an example for others, living a life of service, being able to impact others' lives, leaving a legacy for future generations, and just, going through life every day and being happy, really.
That's what it's all about, right? At the end of the day,
Exactly.
Accomplishing all the things, it's being happy. So how did you get to where you are today, this amazing person helping all of these people? I just love you so much.
I love you too. I mean,
nothing but love for you.
Me too. And it's definitely been a journey that you have been a huge part of, especially over the last 9 months, just kind of helping me uncover the things that I need to uncover in order to help me move forward. But so I'm so grateful for you. And I'm just thankful and blessed to be here. But how did I come to this place? Wow. I mean, it's really this journey, right, of my entire lifetime of experiences. And I was really always taught that just through my childhood and my life and my parents, that I thought I was just supposed to, go to school, get good grades, be a nice person, go to college, pick a major, graduate, find a job, get married, start a family, and then work for 40 years, right? And there was never this idea about growing or following, an alternative path. And then, for me, kind of the big thing that led me here is, a huge experience that helped shape me is that my journey to start a family. And it took me and my husband 11 fertility attempts to get our daughter, and a miscarriage and a hospital stay on bed rest and all of those things. And, through that traumatic life experience, I learned a lot about following my dreams, following what God placed in my heart. I always knew I wanted to be a mom. And then, when I went back to work after I had my daughter, it was just different. I just found myself desiring more flexibility, and I wanted to own my own schedule, and I still needed money to me and my family get further ahead. And that's really a tall order for anybody, but for a busy working mom who's balancing career and family and all the other things we have on our plate, it just, I knew that I wanted more. And there was kind of just this tug, really, that there was more out there than what I had been taught that I was supposed to do. And what happened was a friend from high school, she came over and she introduced me to this amazing, company that I'm with now. And what appealed to me at first was, how they approach health from a natural and a holistic way. And, I immediately just jumped in and started using, some of the products that they have. And I just quickly found that they just helped me achieve just better health. And specifically, I started about 3 years ago this 30 days to healthy living lifestyle. And and the reason why I did that is because I was getting ready to turn 40 and I had some weight that crept on and I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. And I was in this job that was starting to get toxic. And so then that really changed everything. Once I started to kind of get rid of the toxins that were in my body, I started to just feel better and have more energy and focus and mental clarity. And it just really opened my mindset to dream bigger. And I started to then see, really the business that is behind, these amazing, incredible products as basically an exit strategy from this corporate job that was toxic and suffocating. And I've learned so much along the way, but the one thing that I've learned that kind of has really, just led me to where I am today is the importance of personal growth and development, and the importance of, taking your experiences that you've been through and learning and using them as lessons to move forward and, to devote, me personally, I owe it all to really just devoting myself to personal growth and development, becoming a better person. And so through doing that, through meditation and using positive self-talk and learning new things and meeting new people and having some courage to step outside of my comfort zone in various different aspects, whether that's even in the business that I was in or in just meeting people on the street or in my network or, diving in and using LinkedIn, and as well, just, being and going for my dreams, even in my career now, still working. I still work a full-time job, which I've, talk about choices, being led to choosing something that fulfills me and doesn't suffocate me. So that's kind of how I got to where I am today. And it's just really exciting because, I think personal growth and development is so important. I think taking care of improving your health from your body, physical body's perspective, from your mindset and that all kind of leads to growing as a human being and then uncovering your purpose. So, which is a nice place to be in right now, kind of knowing what that is.
It's so empowering, isn't it?
It's so empowering. You just want it for everybody, and just knowing it, it's like the secret that you find that you just want to share with people, and you see the potential in others and know that through sharing it. So sharing, I know, through sharing that it's just so fulfilling.
It really is. And we're all in it together, right? We're not meant to go through this journey alone. And so many people feel like they're on this island, because most of us are taught that success means a particular thing, that we have to check all these boxes off the list. And sometimes people are afraid to talk about that, because how crazy does it feel at first when you realize that you don't want to be in the life that you're in anymore, in the job that you're in,
It is.
It's hard to talk about.
It is hard to talk about. And I just remember, when I was in like the hardcore midst of it all, personal, professional trauma, just in like that really low mix place of it all, it really taught me that I needed to raise my standards, and I needed to stop tolerating less than what I desire or deserve for myself, and really kind of hone in on that. And we're, as you always say, we're eternal students, right? We're always learning new things, and we're always having to kind of come back and check ourselves really, and where we might have a lesson that we've learned from an experience, we can forget that, right? And then a year later, we're like, oh yes, that's right. That comes right back around again. So yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that your experience around wanting to become a mom and how significant that was in terms
Yes.
of being a catalyst for change in your life. Are there any other experiences that stand out to you that helped you move forward?
There's a lot, actually. I mean,
how long do we have today?
I know, right. That alone definitely shaped. I mean, I still till this day, and you know this, I mean, that roller coaster of emotions, of the hope and the want and the wishing and the wanting and the desire, and then the letdown, over and over and over again. I still, that comes up for me now. And so that was definitely a big experience, because I always wanted to be a mom, and I do it all over again in a heartbeat. I have my amazing angel. But, the other thing that really shaped me was, after I turned that big 40th birthday, after I turned 40, and I rocked it, by the way, because of this, healthy lifestyle that I now promote and help people with. But then after that, I mean, I just started this kind of, probably a good year and a half of just hardship, between the death of my mother, of my my aunt, who was like another mother to me. I lost her to breast cancer. And then the next month, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with high-risk acute myeloid leukemia. She had a 5% chance of survival. I mean, she's done amazing. She's thriving. But that's very stressful, especially, supporting my husband through that. And then we had decided to use, we had 2 frozen embryos left. It was I'd made the decision before that. So we just proceeded. So we did that. I was in the midst of the toxic work culture. I had, just this mental, I refer to it as like my mental breakdown. Like, this is enough, like in my doctor's office, bawling my eyes out and not knowing where to turn. And I slowly came out of that. But it took a while. I mean, through just, trauma with having friends go through things, and using my other frozen embryo and it not working, and, calling HR in my job and nothing being done about it. Like, it was just hard, a hard year and a half. And, and through all that too, I was trying to leave my job, and I was trying to get out of that toxic work culture for about a year before ultimately my company downsized. And thank goodness I was on that list. I mean, it was a blessing, like, to be downsized and let go from your job. I was like, thank you. Like, this is so freeing. You made the decision for me. But the job search, I tell you, just for anybody who's going through that, I mean, it is difficult. I mean, it kind of paralleled my fertility journey, really. I mean, there was probably over a year and a half, probably about, 13, 14 opportunities that I just thought were the one. This is it. This is going to be the one, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So there was that letdown again. But ultimately, my faith in God, and, being devoted to personal growth and development through all of that helped me through that. And then, coming out through that, I was led to where I needed to be, trusting and just, doing what I needed to do, just doing what you needed to do to kind of survive in those moments. And so that was probably, that whole year. And it really took me until I mean, now this year, I mean, like really last year was ended with, you know, some emotional stress, and I finally feel like, I really finally feel like it's just building, right? I'm in this like place of building, which is, you know, towards, you know, the visions that I have. And so it's nice to be in this place right now and to be here with you. I mean, you had a big part in helping me through a lot of that and dealing with a lot of that through, you know, figuring out some things. And, you know, you're a big part of where I am today and this rebirth and this amazing future.
I'm so excited for you.
You know, it's
I know. I just love it. I never get tired of it. I can't get enough of you. So,
ah,
um, there were a couple of things that you've mentioned now a couple of times throughout our conversation, which I think are really important. One is that you've had faith. You know, it's really easy for us to say that we have faith, and a lot of people do. But what happens is when things start to not go our way, we tend to disconnect from that faith, right? Like we can go in, and when we're feeling fear and doubt, you know, we're actually disconnected from that. We when things aren't going our way, we immediately start to question. And so when we go through major changes like this in our lives, it's normal, you know, that we would question that, but what you've been through, that is the true test of faith, because it really is just.
it really is. I mean, it's that like everything happens for a reason, and you know, you're meant to be going through what you're going through, and you don't know what that reason is. You'll find out. I mean, even for example, like I just remember and I've always been a glass half full person. I've always taken the route of looking for the brighter side, finding the good. I mean, when I checked into the hospital when I was pregnant with Evelyn at 29 weeks, and the doctor said, we're going to keep you here for the next 7 weeks until you are able to have this baby. We hope you make it that long. I was just like, what? Like, what are you? I mean, but it's the serenity prayer. It's focusing on what's in my control, right? And you know, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And you know, we can step away from God, but I've been surrounded by, you know, some really strong faith-minded, faith-driven leaders, specifically in, you know, the business that I'm in, the company that I'm with Arbonne. Like people aren't afraid to express their faith. And I used to feel afraid almost to express my faith, and my faith journey has evolved. But, you know, I need reminders too all the time. I read from Jesus Calling every day. And the ongoing theme has been trust. And I trust you, Jesus. Like I trust. And that was a big theme today. I posted, you know, I mean, it's just surrendering and trusting. So yeah, faith has been a big part. And now I'm not afraid to express my faith, and that I am driven by faith, and that I lead by faith, and that knowing that God has my back, right? I mean, and he wouldn't put something on our heart if we didn't already have the tools and the knowledge, and that he didn't see that it was meant to become a reality.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that you consistently mention is your commitment, the importance of your commitment to your personal development and growth. And that is really, 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 really key, because, you know, there's so much knowledge out there today. There's so much free knowledge that we can pick up from the internet, from other people just all over the world. But there's a big difference between intellectually understanding something, right? And sometimes our ability to apply it. And there is no magic bullet for that. Mm-hmm. It's consistency and showing up, and it's commitment. It's making a decision that outcome already exists.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a big thing for me, which helped was, you know, the miracle morning. Mm-hmm. And that really, it's a book by Hal Elrod. It's a great book, and it just really talks about the most, successful people, spiritually, mind, body, physical, wealth, health, they do a variety of things every day, as far as personal growth goes. And I was taught too, with my business, that if you want to grow your business and be an entrepreneur and grow, you have to grow yourself. That's the most important thing, to become a leader. And so, that Miracle Morning introduced me to meditation. It introduced me to using affirmations and journaling, and, having a consistent practice of reading. And when I was going through everything that I was going through, that was the consistency that I could turn to create that habit, to help me to center myself, to help me get through that. I mean, holding on for dear life, but just still going through that to help me just continue to grow through it. So yeah, it's so important.
So important. Yeah. No magic pill for that. Unfortunately.
No, there's so many tools. We all need tools, right? I mean, we all have pain, whether that's physical pain, just the thoughts, the negative thoughts in our head. And there's things that we go through, and stresses and triggers and things. And there's so many solutions that are out there, and we all need tools, right? And that's what I love about what I get to do, because I do get to empower others with the right tools to improve their health and mindset and purpose, to kind of figure those out, which is really rewarding.
Yeah, actually, that is a perfect segue into my next question, which is, for those who are listening or watching, tell us more about who it is that you are helping in your business and kind of what you're up to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm helping, I say busy professionals, because, that's a lot of us, right? I mean, who are, balancing career and balancing family, the moms, the dads, the people that, even young people too, who are just entering into, the workforce and kind of learning the ways about going through life. But the people I'm helping are those that want to improve their health, that really want a solution to whether that is improving mental clarity and focus and energy, and improving their sleep and releasing weight if need be. So, it's a lot of moms. I'm a mom boss, that's in my profile, but, it's somebody that is mom first and foremost, as I am, and is doing everything. And we can get so like overwhelmed and stressed out by all the things that we need to do. And there's such a connection between our physical body, our gut health, and our brain and our mindset. So I help people really just as providing a solution and providing a plan to make healthier choices, to get off of the food that isn't serving you, to have a plan for, releasing weight or decreasing inflammation or gaining energy. And it's so fulfilling, because a big piece of that, when we enter into a healthier lifestyle, or we have a new goal, or we, have something that we want to create a consistent habit around, so much of that is tied to our mindset. And whether we think we can or we think we can't, we're right? That's a great quote. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. I just love that quote, because it starts in your mindset. So a big part of what I do when I coach people, not only through the healthy lifestyle plan, but, through, creating positive messages and positive things in their life, and helping to improve that mindset. A big piece of what I bring to the table in my coaching is the piece of mindset, right? To be able to give tools for improving mindset, whether that is, a way to start meditating, or a, great, book, or a self-talk, using positive self-talk to kind of create new pathways in your brain to help you, reprogram those programs and thoughts that have been over time. So I just love that about what I get to do. I get to help people. I mean, and I get paid for it. I mean, come on, like you're making your passion your paycheck, and through learning this business that I'm a part of, and through learning a lot about mindset and personal growth and nutrition. Like, I didn't know before I started this. I didn't know what foods served my body and what an alkaline food or a acidic food was. But now I get to teach that. And so that's a big, huge part of my job, is educating and teaching others to empower them to be able to do this on their own. And, I'm blessed every day that that's what I get to do.
Yeah, I mean, what you're doing is so powerful. The mind, body, spirit, it's all connected. Absolutely.
Definitely connected. And so, and I start new 30 days to healthy living groups every Monday that I can coach people through. I mean, that's always my first solution when you want to change. It's to take care of your physical body, to take care of your gut health, to kind of decrease the toxins that you're ingesting, to increase the toxins that you're eliminating. That's my first suggestion as far as a solution goes, to kind of clean your body out, create healthier habits and a lifestyle, and then we can kind of work from there as to a plan for some of the other things.
What would be your top tip for somebody who is in the place that we both were a few years ago, right? Someone who's feeling that call to do more. What would you tell them in terms of advice on how to move forward?
I would tell them, gosh, it's scary. I mean, it is a scary place. I would tell them to talk about it with someone. Find someone, whether that is LinkedIn, maybe finding your tribe of people who are like you and me, and people that are out there. I'm thinking, have the courage to reach out and talk to somebody and ask them questions. I know that was scary for me when I first started like doing that. But I think that's great advice, because we all have so many similarities between us.
We really do.
We do. And when you start to connect with people and share your story with them and ask questions and hear their story, I mean, you get this common bond that really gives you kind of the courage to kind of move forward and do that. And so I would say, talk to people, share what you're going through. The more people you open up to and share about what it is that's on your heart, the more you're going to find the courage to make a change and kind of go through for what it is exactly that you want. And, I say we only have one life. I mean, this is it. This is our life. And think about, what is the impact that you want to leave on this world? What is the legacy that you want to leave? I mean, if you're in an unfulfilled job and you're a mom and you have a child, like, what kind of example is that? Wouldn't you want to teach your child to go for their dreams and what they want? So, it starts with you, and it starts with all of us. I mean, I think there's so much out there that is available, and I understand that it's scary, and but I think, trusting, staying true to your faith, trusting in God's plan, personally growing and becoming a better person, and just reaching out and talking to people. Really, it's very simple.
Absolutely. I mean, it really does take a village. And I believe with my whole heart that God doesn't put dreams on our heart that aren't meant to be achieved.
No.
We don't come up with all of this on our own. And when we surrender to getting into alignment with that path, things start to fall into place. It's really our own doubt and fear that blocks us
That
from,
resistance,
yeah, from
yeah.
having the life we want.
No, it really is. And when you are in that place of fear and doubt and scarcity, right, for what your life is, when you're in those deep moments, that's what you keep attracting. And so it's the little steps. It's really little steps. It's the little steps, the little steps, the little steps. And then something comes, an opportunity, and you seize it and you take it. And then it's the little steps and the little steps and the little steps. And there's an opportunity comes and you take it. Like, it's just one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, one day at a time, one connection, one conversation at a time. And you just being open, right? Surrendering, being open. I mean, it's taken me a while to come to that place.
Being open, yeah.
Working together. I mean, you can, and a lot of the things that I say and that I share and the inspiration in the videos and just, creating this community is so I can hear the message repeated as well. So that, because
we never stop learning. I mean, and
yeah,
it's just as a new level, but it's amazing. I mean, to be on the other side of that, to see the results of your work, and they do come, right?
Oh, they definitely do come. There's validation all the time that comes, and it's so fun. And now it's like we're in April, and we're getting into spring and summer. And for me, like, I'm a Leo, and so that's my season, and that's my birthday's in the summer. It makes me even more inspired and excited and open to what's coming. As you know, I have some really big goals in my business and in my life, those choices that I'm creating, that life by design, that vision that I have, that dream in my heart. It's exciting to see and know, and that's a reality.
Do you want to share any of those?
Yeah, I mean, my life by design goal really is, because of my daughter and because of, being a parent and everything that it's taken to get her. I mean, just in general as a parent, I mean, we only have 18 summers with our children, and then they're adults, and time is so precious. It's so precious. And I want to choose the time that I have with her. And so for me, the vehicle that I have to be able to give me the time freedom, the financial freedom, is Arbonne, is Arbonne International. It's my business. I'm an independent brand ambassador for them. Like, my belief is so strong in what this business can do for people, because I see it firsthand. I know in my heart that it's a vehicle for change, and it's really the vehicle to allow me, all of us, in general, to live our best life, healthy lifestyle, helping others, creating freedom. For me, that I'm looking for people that's what they want too, who want to grow themselves personally, who want to create an extra income, who want to live a healthy lifestyle, and who want to help others. I think I said that already. But all of those things combined, my goals are to be financially free, so that this is really the last summer that, I am tied to working for somebody else. Not that I don't love what I do, but this is the last summer.
Right, but you can love something else more.
I can love something else more. My belief is one of my strengths. And so, my belief is just so strong in wellness, in mind, body, spirit. And so, yeah, I'm looking for people to join me, not only in the opportunity, but for people that I can coach, for people that are, may not want that extra income and that lifestyle, but they want to make healthier choices and to gain more energy and focus and clarity and all of those things that come along with doing that, and get beautiful skin and makeup and all kinds of stuff that Arbonne has. So it's healthy living from the inside out.
Absolutely. So if someone wants to reach out to you, where can they find you?
They can find me on LinkedIn, certainly. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Alison_Healthy and Happy Life. So you can reach out to me in any of those platforms. I'd be happy to talk with you, share a little bit more information about what it is that I do, and let's have a conversation. Let's talk. I love meeting people. I love meeting new people. I love learning their story. And if it's not a fit for you, that's okay. Maybe I can connect you with somebody, or you can connect me with somebody that it is a fit for, because we're all connectors, right? And it's just awesome.
Absolutely. It's all about connection, and we're definitely better together. And for anybody listening or watching, I encourage you to connect with Alison, because she's a rock star.
I love it. And so are you. I mean, I tell you, like I just have grown so much in when we've worked together. And I mean, it's just really a blessing that we were brought into each other's life, divinely connected.
Divinely connected, divinely directed. I love it.
Me too.
I feel so blessed too. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. And you know what? I hope this inspires somebody to take the leap forward. I mean, there are more people out there than you think that are thinking about changing their lives. And we're both here to tell everybody that it can be done.
It can definitely be done. And a year from now, you could look back and be like a completely different person. I mean, a year from now, you could have wished you started today. Like you can't go back. Of course we can't go back, but it's just amazing what can happen with the decision to be curious and step outside your comfort zone and talk to people, and, create healthier habits and start doing personal development to grow yourself. It's incredible what can happen really quickly, and how different. I mean, I look back, just in my journey from when I started, and it's just a little over 3 years ago that I've been building this business and creating this healthy lifestyle for myself. And I'm like, wow, it's just, I'm a completely better person, different, better, and growing.
Thank you so much for taking the time to have this conversation with me today. I really appreciate it. I will see you soon.
I will see you soon, my friend.